Well, welcome back to the first ever podcast of the Outcast Inlaws, episode 1, where two guys try to figure out how to record a podcast and work all of this stuff.
Yeah.
It's thrilling.
I've only ever done online podcasts.
I am thrilled to be here. So excited. The words escape me.
You'll find them in the glass, I guarantee.
I hope so, man. As the whiskey flows, so will the words.
What are we drinking?
This is a Maker's Mark Private Selection. It's a stab finish that I picked up at a S&V Liquor in Churubusco, Indiana. Bottled in November of 2022.
109 proof.
Yes.
It is very good.
Very good. Specifically for the amount of money it cost. It was on sale for $62.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Tastes much better. Sorry about my Shatner-esque pause there. There should have been more words behind that.
Welcome in, everybody.
Yes, welcome to Wes loses his place in sentences and just stares off into space.
So, new to this, obviously.
Very.
Never had a camera in front of my face.
I attempted to record a vaporizer YouTube review one time, and it was the most epic fail of anything I've done in my life, right next to my list of inventions that were million dollar ideas that never came to be anything. I was just making sure, seeing that our time is through, before I tell you that it was called a fuck wallet and that it was a wallet that contained a pocket pussy for all you perverts who want to go and jerk off in the bathroom while at work, and you had a disguisable pocket pussy that would also store your money and your cards so it would look like a normal wallet. But if you would take it from the flat and squeeze it, it would pop a secret compartment on the other end open, and it had a pocket pussy in it.
Oh, man. I'll take 5.
I really thought we would go somewhere with that. It turns out it's not a great idea. Along with Mandels and Men Scents, which was man-scented candles. I wanted to make one that was wood chips and diesel fuel. Everybody criticized me, saying it was stupid, and some little kid did it like 2 years later and signed a deal with Yankee Candle.
Womp.
Yes, it was the best day of my life.
What are some other inventions that you threw out
I had
there?
the canned chicken nuggets.
Canned chicken nuggets.
That was, I think, doomed from the start. Even before the fuck wallet was canned chicken nuggets, because everybody wants preserve packed chicken that they can just eat on the go, or post-apocalypse just find cans sitting around.
So when I think canned, I think like juice.
Yeah. Oh, just some nice. You get a nice juicer, okay, and you get some just top tier banquet nuggies, and you just feed those bad boys down through that juicer and can the essence of those nugs.
I don't think the juice and the breading would go well together.
No, it'd probably be in that like spit out tray of the garbage that does not get processed. We reconstitute that and eat it.
Ugh.
Silent
Oh,
time.
maybe I can cut it.
No cuts, Harold. We leave
No cuts
all
allowed.
the silence in.
Oh, okay. That's
Oh
what
no,
we're
now
doing.
your screen went black, man. That's the list.
So a little bit about us. We are brother-in-laws. We've known each other for about 11 years now, I think.
I believe so.
We married sisters.
Yes, we married each other.
We are
The sisters are the beard.
yeah. We are Bluetooth docking, as you will.
Yes, yes. We have all the Bluetooth docks.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Yeah, we met. At the time, my sister-in-law had moved in with us when Harold had started dating her. So that's how we met when he showed up at my house one day. Then he got to stay with my dogs on a 4th of July vacation when we went to visit my father-in-law in North Carolina.
And your dog ate a bed.
My pit bull Barrett broke out of a kennel and shredded a mattress because he is very anxious and the fireworks scared him. So that's what we got to come home to days later was a shredded mattress.
I think I cleaned it up by then.
I'm sure you did.
It was just the wood sitting underneath the mattress.
Mm-hmm. 0 box springs were left in this house.
No. He ate it.
He destroy everything.
Don't let that fool you. He's a good boy.
He is the best now. The first 6 years of his life were horrible. But now he is 12. And he is lazy and just wants all the pets.
Yeah. We're both 90s babies.
Yes. I can't not focus that there's a C and where on your screen. It's spelled so wrong.
Well, you can see the curse is there.
You must accidentally click something. Okay. Oh no, it's the bananagrams all over again. It's not a real word.
It's Lux. Lux is a fucking word. Yeah. 90s babies are the best, specifically
yes,
1990.
1990 even. If you go over 1991 or below 1990. Mm-hmm. That might be math might check out, but you have to be born in 1990.
You're born in 1989.
Yes,
you are
89. You suck. You suck.
You are the worst 90s.
Yeah, 91. You're pretty much fucking horrible, but 90s, you're cool. We had the best of shows. We got to live in that era where we started with no internet, and we raised up with the internet through its, what do I say, infancy. So now we have a great understanding of all those things. But not of how to record podcasts.
I told you the first 2 are going to be shaky.
Oh, they're going to be...
It's okay. It's okay. You guys are here. You guys are here.
Chef's kiss. Thank you. Thank you for making it this far into a video of 2 dumbasses rambling through life and trying to figure it out.
Sweating bullets over here in a cold basement.
It is. It's a very cold basement. I had a heater on, but I'm sure you guys do not want that picking up through the mics to try to keep this room warm. But the whiskey will warm us.
Yes. Delicious whiskey.
Yes. Our new brand of bottled whiskey.
Just going to go through this trying to make you laugh.
Delicious pussy. Just imagine, like, you pack your fuck wallet, okay, with Maker's Mark.
Oh, no!
So you carry this wallet around, and you get it out, pre-fuck, and you get it out, and everybody's looking at us. You just drain some, not this brand, because I don't want them to get mad, your fuck wallet pussy juice right down your throat in front of everybody. Maybe we set up like a timer. You have to flick the bean so many times before it'll release the whiskey. This might be mod 2.0. This is fuck wallet flask.
Fuck wallet. Oh my God.
Maybe we can put it on the bottom of a flask so it'll be dual purpose.
I'm crying over here. Between half vomiting and laughing. It's like there's a specific order you have to use the fuck wallet.
Yes, it is. I mean, get creative. You like creamy whiskey? That's on you. You already have a Bernie pee-pee hole? Maybe you need to pour the whiskey in there. Clean that tract out, okay? Just chug you some cranberry juice. Pack your fuck wallet with some Everclear. It's a clap cure.
Brought to you by the fuck wallet.
Fuck wallet.
God, that's fucking gross.
Just imagine the smell of this wallet after it builds up for a while. Like, because, you know, There are some savages out there, and none of you fuckers will wash this bad boy out or remember to pull your dick out before you nut. And you are going to just blast into this fucking wallet. Somebody's going to walk in. You're going to be like, they won't know. I'll just close this wallet and put it back in my pants. Okay? Well, you get like 5 or 6 of these bad boy loads in there, you know. Your wallet just starts thickening. You get fucking hip dysplasia because your wallet's so thick from how much cum you have built up in this wallet without cleaning it out. And you're just constantly going to town. You know, we'll have to make replaceable sleeves that you can exchange. Throw that bad boy away. Pop the new fuck wallet pussy in there, okay? Maybe we'll get different designs. Maybe we can team up with one of those custom makers that I won't throw their names out because I don't want them to get mad at me. Yeah, and we can get you little beasts. We can get you whatever you're into. Attachments for your fuck wallet coming soon.
I'm sold. Oh my god.
We'll get Adam and Steve on board. And they'll be our distributor.
Adam and Steve.
Adam and Steve.
Nice cover up there.
Don't want too many name brands to come through and them get mad at our 4 viewer podcast we're going to have.
Oh, no. I'm pretty sure that the fuck wallet will bring them in.
Fuck wallet will. It will demand a premium audience too. I understand. None of those fucking weirdos are going to be buying the fuck wallet. It's going to be only the top tier listeners.
I don't know. I feel like this shouldn't see the light of day. But I want to post it so
Yes.
bad.
Fuck wallet.
Fuck
Man,
wallet.
just think how many videos will get cut of that. Probably 4, and it'll be us. just hoping something takes off.
Oh
my goodness. Just think of all the life decisions that put us where we are. It's like I just read that off of a screen. Because I did. I have a whole list of topics. Harold has a list. We're going to try to ramble through things and have some form of smooth transitions without too much dead time where we grope each other and fillet ourselves.
Can you do that?
Very close. If I could, I'd never leave the house.
I wasn't asking if you physically could do it. Like on YouTube.
On YouTube, they might frown upon it, but physically, no, probably not. Now. I'm too old.
Bust a hip trying to go.
I have to have you. If I roll on my back and then you like sit on my legs for me, we might accomplish it.
Just listen. We all know if you're a dude, you've tried.
You have. You've been in there on your rough ass carpet somehow, butt ass naked, booty hole, just perineal sunning, trying to get the cock to your mouth. We know you have, because we have. Everybody's tried it, because you were like, damn, I see all these videos online. I'm 14. I would love to know what that's like to receive it, not to give one. It fucking has to go together, because if you're going to fillet yourself, clearly you get to learn what giving one's like at the same time.
Where's that fall on the line?
Oh, it's straight. It's so straight. Because it's yours. So it's fine. But those are the types of life decisions that put you here. Making a podcast in a basement. Eventually studio coming. Just like hopefully we will be in the future.
Blue wall.
Yes, blue wall. Patented blue wall. If you guys like the blue wall, maybe we'll paint the wall behind us blue again in the new studio after I build it. Blue walls. Not blue balls. Because we filleted ourselves.
So you brought up life decisions.
Yes.
What are some of the ones that you've made that like feel like rounded you as a person?
Rounded me? Like good decisions or very fucking bad
good or
ones?
Bad. Like you maybe shouldn't have done that, or like, maybe that was like brownie points for like if there is an afterlife.
I probably really steered that one in the wrong direction. uh, man, life decisions. Say, had kids very young. I guess that's what got me where I'm at. Work a lot. Make things out of metal. Leave the company out of this.
Yeah. Agreed.
Mm-hmm. We both work for the same company, but we'll just leave that alone. I'm glad I'm where I'm at. I used to work for very shitty companies and that had very questionable policies and regard for their employees. But worked my way up through all of that. Got to a better company after that shithole closed. Got you to start working there. Here we are, like 10 years later.
Yep. Same. Just.
I don't know how life decisions made that happen, but that's where my brain took that question.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we both had kids relatively young compared to most of our friends that are like starting in their 30s.
I wanted to have mine young always because I had a friend in high school whose dad, when we graduated high school, was like 65. And that just always threw me off of how you would want to have a child at like near 50.
Nah. Fuck that.
I do not have the energy now at 34, let alone at 47 to 50 something.
Especially with two. Like, we both have two, and that is ridiculously sometimes. Like, there's some people that have four. Like, that's you. That's fine. But two's fine.
Yes, two's great. You got one parent for each child. Makes things a lot simpler. Especially when they both decide to throw a fit in fucking Target over who knows what, and you both have to grab one and drag them out.
I think the moral of the story is don't have kids.
Yeah. Wrap your willies, kids, especially when you're using a dirty fuck wallet, okay? I cannot stress this enough. I've received so many phone calls. Why does my penis burn? Every time I use the fuck wallet, my girlfriend says my dick tastes like silicone afterwards. Like, dude, wash it.
Yeah. Well, it's better than the call where someone says their dick tastes like chicken nuggets. And they got my
two products mixed up. The canned chicken nuggets, though very slimy, are not lube for the fuck wallet.
Plus the can, it's sharp.
Yes. Maybe we'll make one that's like a chicussy attachment for your fuck wallet. And then it looks like two nugs are the labia.
A fucking chicussy.
Right in the chicussy. I am ashamed with myself.
I love where your mind's going with this. It's just... But yes. Specifically 1990.
Oh man, we're long call back. 1990. It's the best year. Okay, that's how you come up with amazing invention ideas.
Yes, you have to be born
fuck wallet,
1990.
Canned nugs, because we watched fucked up cartoons.
Oh, dude, what's the most fucked up cartoon you remember?
It really had to be Ren and Stimpy.
Oh,
if I can think of one where they're just like peeling their foreskins back to get some like glorious cheese that they want to share.
Or like the sawing when he's like literally blowing the back
out. Man, there were so many good ones.
They still maintained until like 2005. They tried to like sneak in that stuff like Ed, Edd, and Eddy.
Yeah.
And like even Chowder, dude. I don't that had some moments.
I think it's those situations where a child will remain semi-oblivious to the references being made, but some of those are put in for the parents who are watching it. And the hair in my mouth.
It's crazy going back to that kind of stuff too, because you have like you're watching it as an adult and you're like, this is really kind of messed up.
It is. Makes it way more entertaining as an adult though. Rather than just sitting there watching the 8 millionth episode of Insert Show.
Insert show.
Insert your kid's favorite show. You know, the one with the kid with the head that sounds like a watermelon that's secretly dying of cancer. That kid.
Oh, Caillou?
That might have been it. I don't know.
I
Maybe I'm mixing them together.
don't think you can get hit for saying a name.
Oh, yeah. Well, so it's not Coco Melon that's dying of cancer. Okay, well, disregard my reference because it makes no sense.
Just Coco Melon.
I am so glad my children were slightly older than those shows, so
Oh.
they did not watch them.
I don't know. Daniel Tiger could be.
Yeah, Daniel Tiger, solid. Now everybody gets Bluey, awesome show.
Well, Blue's fucking.
No, I got
amazing.
like my kids finding these weirdest fucking shows. Ivan the Incredible, some Swedish claymation show. And his hyperfixation for like 6 months was Ivan the Incredible.
Oh yeah.
It was a horrible show. Great transitions into the next topic.
Segway. No, but like I feel like every generation thinks they have the best kind of shows and music and everything.
I'm sure there is a lot of that.
I don't know. I think '90s was pretty solid for some genres. I would say.
Yeah, there were some that really sucked.
Like we got the darkness. I think out of the 2000s.
Yeah, let's say 90s. Sorry, Metallica didn't get better. You came in strong. You came in strong with the Black Album, which was kind of selling out. Then you guys try to be creative. I'll leave it at that. Your new stuff's pretty solid.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've liked everything since Death Magnetic.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that. You guys can do the math. Yeah, I think everybody will have some form of nostalgia for the music they grew up on, which for me is not 1990s music. Though there's some bangers in there, I'm sure mid to late 2000s is, in my opinion, the top tier of music ever made.
Mid 2000s.
Yes, you give me some solid metalcore, some screamo, emo, hardcore. Love it.
And obviously we're both kind of sweethearted to that generation of
Yes,
music.
yes, because we grew up in our real developmental years, mid to late 2000s, single digit 2000s, not tens and above.
Yeah.
Yeah, not. I mean, I'm still currently growing up. I'm a big child.
Before shit got too complicated.
Mm-hmm. We gotta go and make things so complicated.
Yeah, that's a banger.
Mm-hmm.
Avril Lavigne is still a fox.
It baffled me when I found out she is like months older than us.
Oh yeah.
For some reason in my head, when she had songs out when we were like 16 or 15, I did not also realize that she was also like 15 or 16 when those songs were big.
And now you look back on it and you're like,
Man, that was 20 years ago.
every band I liked back then was my age.
Yes. Wow.
It's like, and they were playing in bars. Like, I've played in a couple bars.
Never did.
Man, good times.
The best. They were times.
But it would have
That is
been
true.
it would have been good to grow up in the 70s and 80s with the
Oh,
music too.
yes. I would have loved to have been born in the 80s. Electronica coming out, EDM, just in its heyday.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the best music ever.
But 90s, I think the boy band reigned supreme.
Oh, yeah. And what do I want to say? The girl band equivalent.
Yeah, like Spice Girls.
Oh,
and
yeah. All the spices.
Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
NSYNC.
98 Degrees.
98.
Kids Next Door. No, not Kids Next Door.
Kids
on the-
Code name Kids Next Door. Another show.
New Kids on the Block. I am stupid.
Yep. We had Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, but that may have been more late 80s than early 90s. I'm not sure.
I think New Kids on the Block was 80s too.
Yeah. With Donnie D.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. Best movies came out in the 90s, though. I will say that.
Best
Some of the
movies
best.
from the 90s, man.
Jurassic Park.
Ooh, that was a banger.
Let's see. Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm pretty sure that was the 90s.
Yeah. Most of the great Tim Burton movies were through the 90s. Batman.
Yeah, like the Tim Burton Batmans.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to think.
Basically, anything Tim Burton in the 90s was a banger.
Oh, it was. Still now to this day, that man's style is unmatched by just about anybody else.
Let's see. What else good came out? Anything Jim Carrey in the 90s.
Oh, yes.
90s
The
Jim Carrey.
Mask was amazing. Liar, Liar, probably one of my favorites.
And I think I'll throw the same veil out of Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Not Robbie Williams. We don't do that shit here. They made a movie about him. He got his laugh in. Go back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Best movies from the 90s. Independence Day.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Solid.
Was Saul one?
No, I think that was like 03, because I remember getting that on DVD. I had rented it from Blockbuster, if anybody can remember what that is. And brought it home and made my parents watch it after I saw it because I did not see that ending coming. So I made them watch it too.
What are I'm gonna have to like pull up a list.
Hey,
of
if
most
that mouse
iconic
goes to my computer, man.
90s iconic movies.
Oh, yeah, do it. I bet there's a lot of bangers on there that we're just not going to think of.
Jesus, I can't.
Or even
spell.
ones now that we did not appreciate then, but now are like.
Good Will Hunting, was that
renowned.
90s?
That was an awesome movie if it was. That's my mouse again.
Your mouse again. I'm accidentally stopped recording. Let's see. Well, I mean, if I can read that far away. 40 best movies in the 90s. Let's go with that.
Yeah, let's
This is
do
from
it.
Forbes, guys. This is from Forbes.
Mhm.
So Forbes, sponsor.
Yeah, give us a sponsor, please.
It's going to be one of those ones.
I know we welcomed you back to episode 1, so you should very much consider.
Shawshank.
Oh, yep. Amazing movie.
How do you forget about Jackie Chan, dude?
I would never. But Super Cop, I don't think I've ever seen.
That's one I haven't seen either. Seven. Oh, dude.
Saving
war
Private
movies, dude.
Ryan. Oh my goodness. After Tom Hanks got into that, the spin-offs, the Band of Brothers, the Pacific. Amazing shows. Amazing movie.
Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal. I don't know if Red Dragon was 2000s.
Yeah, I remember that one coming out, but I don't remember at what age.
Oh, shit. That's technically 90s, but
Yeah, Fight Club.
iconic.
Yeah, amazing. Forrest Gump, one of the best movies ever.
Dude,
Boys in the Hood, awesome.
it just goes to show you, like, most of the movies, you're
Yes.
like, oh, that was a good movie. You look at the date,
Bangers.
90s.
TV shows in the 90s, actual like series, not cartoons we were talking about earlier. The US release of Dragon Ball Z in the 90s, amazing. Watching it, my kids don't understand this. Having to wait per day to see one 28-minute episode of Dragon Ball Z that progressed the line 3 seconds. The story did not move from episode to episode. They now know, because I have them all on Blu-ray, where they sit down and bang out 9 hours straight and get 40 or 50 minutes of actual plot through. But that would have taken me months and months. And I started watching that on its maiden run in like 1994, 95 on Cartoon Network. And quit watching it in like 2005 when it still wasn't done.
We went back, though. You went back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, amazing show. Yeah, not just the cartoons. Also, regular TV shows, sitcoms. My favorite out of the 90s, The Sopranos. World-changing show.
If we had everything set up,
Yes,
probably...
you'll see. I'll have a James Gandolfini poster. It's hanging on a wall out in the other room.
Where our wives are currently watching
Yes,
Friends.
they're watching Friends, another amazing TV show from the 90s. A lot of people hate on it. I love it. I love Friends.
I've never sat down and watched it, binged it.
Well, you should. It's great. It now sucks that I'm the age of the people that were supposed to be in this show because I watched it live when I was like 8. And now I have aged into the same age as their characters, if not slightly older than what their characters are. Definitely in season 1, I think they're in their like mid to late 20s.
Yeah.
Now we're mid 30s. So
this year,
it's gross.
mid-30.
Yep, we will be exactly mid 30.
Life comes at you, man.
It does. It's that blink of an eye situation where your grandfather tells you that when he's sitting there smoking a Swisher Sweet, scratching his balls out on the fucking porch about how when you blink, it'll all flash by, and then it does. And then you become the old people.
You don't notice it till you have kids.
No.
Because he's like, one day it's a little baby. The next day, 13-year-old, 10-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Another one. I'm trying to think 90s. What'd we have? Horrible inventions of the 90s. What were those? Tommy Gotchas or whatever.
Tamagotchis.
The pocket pets.
Oh,
And my
man.
fucking thing would die every day. I tried to make a new pet and I could
Listen,
never get this thing to stay alive.
Here's my theory on that. Tamagotchis were to weed out the neurodivergent kids in the 90s from the neurotypicals.
That's why it didn't work for me.
Because the neurodivergent kids it'd be dead.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be dead. Let's be honest. And then you'd have to go and get a little needle and push that little button in the back
Reset.
to reset that bitch. But then the neurotypical, the kids that are like A+ players and Nintendogs, by the way. Nah, they would keep it alive. It's like every day they put on the things like, oh shit, I haven't fed mine in a week. He's probably dead.
Just like my real dog.
The out of sight, out of mind technique.
Yeah, we had some great toys.
Oh, the yak back.
Oh boy.
Some of them weren't even toys. They were just like contraptions that like did stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Q20.
Oh yeah. I had one of those. One of my favorite toys I remember getting, and I was so excited, and I wish I knew or still had this, which was the Home Alone Talk Boy,
the
talk back thing.
Talk boy.
I had the silver Home Alone version, and I don't know where it is.
I always wanted one, and then my mom found one at a garage sale and bought it for me. Put batteries in that thing, and it did not work.
It barely worked when I had it, and it was new. So
My theory was that some kid took a bath with it. It's like when you get your kid a toy for Christmas, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so happy, I'm taking a bath with it." And it's
yeah.
like, sorry, Timmy, that's not how electricity works. But
I want to know how my recording sounds underwater. I bet it sounds so neat, like, and all it did was fry the toy, Timmy. It was horrible life decisions.
probably worked for like a couple minutes after. Once it got to the circuit and soaked in, it was done.
Water and electronics do not mix.
But I think that's partially Home Alone's fault
Probably.
because they had
The
it
wet
going in the
bandits.
shower. No, they had it in the shower. Remember?
Oh, yes. Yep.
It's all Macaulay Culkin's fault.
Oh, yep. Macaulay Culkin. That is how you pronounce it, I believe.
Macaulay Culkin. And
They're back to another podcast where one of the main hosts cannot say that name.
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin and his brother Kieran Culkin.
Did I say it weird?
No, it was not you. I'll tell you later.
Oh, that's another banger from the 90s. Home Alone.
Home Alone. Home Alone 2. How do you leave the same child twice? Like I'm hard pressed to believe the first time you forget a child. Anybody that has parents, you may know. That's hard to do. They don't let you forget them. Specifically at, what was he, 9, 10, 11, something, 12
Oh yeah.
in the first movie? I would have been so afraid of being left alone at home when my parents are leaving, in the airport where he just wanders off and gets on the wrong plane. I would have been like not letting my parents out of my sight, let alone as a parent going into that situation, not letting my children out of my sight. Also, what the fuck did their dad do for work to be able to afford this mansion where he pays for the entire family of like 300 people?
That's what we're gonna look at. We're gonna clear this up.
Yes, let's look up
What did
Kevin McAllister's dad's income level, because he had to be a CEO of some massive
That's already a
Chicago
question.
company. Yep, it's already being number one. So other people have been looking this up as well.
Let's bring this out here. Kevin McAllister's dad, Peter McAllister, is a prominent businessman or day trader. The official novelization of the film suggests that Kate McAllister, Kevin's mom, is a fashion designer.
His dad worked for Enron, and he was into insider trading when he knew that Enron had no liquidity.
It's all making sense now.
Yep. And it's really a shame that oh dang it, what's her name? The cooking lady that went to prison over insider trading. Martha Stewart got pinched for Enron insider trading.
But not
Kevin McAllister's dad, Peter McAllister, clearly embezzling funds to be able to take his entire family on this trip.
Oh man, that'd be a fun. We should do that. Come back at a later episode.
Conspiracy theory of Kevin's dad, Peter.
Or just conspiracies in general, like movie conspiracies. Not like real. We can do a regular conspiracy and then like a movie conspiracy.
Yeah.
Equally fun.
That would be.
You might hear
yes, people making noise.
people making noise. I don't know how dynamic these dynamic cardioid mics are, but we will find out in post.
Yes, if they're picking us up or if they're also picking up the cackling in the other room. It might be. You might have just heard all of that.
I wonder
don't know.
how much they can hear us. I wonder if they heard the whole.
Oh, my fuck wallet bill. And the thing was with the fuck wallet, okay, it did not have that word in it. It was F-A-H, and then dash qualit. Just to be specific. Qualit.
Now, bifold or trifold?
Probably a bifold. You get trifold, there's too many wrinkles in there. You're going to hit a chamber that's like been perma-bent together, and somehow that cheap plastic, I'm sure it's made out of, will adhere itself with the just massive loads you guys are leaving in there because you're just horrible people that never wash out your fuck wallets. And now you have a fuck wallet that's only 2 inches deep.
Going to get fives and it's crusty.
Yeah, just peeling those out. Like, people were worried that they were coming from strippers, but
They look steam pressed.
oh yeah. Just imagine that. That'd just be great. You're a gas station attendant making $4 an hour at the time, and
That all leads back to the fuck wallet.
yeah, and some guy comes in, gets a pack of reds for whatever they cost in this hypothetical time period, slides you a slick 5 and it just glues to your hand. You go to the bathroom, forgot to wipe your hands off, you're a girl, now you're having this guy's baby somehow from this slippy 5 because you had the female version of a fuck wallet, which was like I don't know, that those mascara shaped vibrators that you just grabbed and went to the bathroom, that bad boy, and you forgot to wipe it, and you had this guy's fuck wallet juice all over your hands, and now you have fuck wallet baby.
See, I was with you with the fuck wallet in the first half. The second half, you made me realize how much the fuck wallet is a bad idea.
Yes, it's not a good idea.
Oh man, that would
Patent fuck wallet.
cancel my order of the 5.
That was the only 5 orders I had. Man, I wish I had my list. I used to carry this list around, the $1,000,000 idea list, and I kept it in my trifold wallet, which I then had to quit carrying because it was hurting my hips, getting old. And I'm sure the list of $1,000,000 ideas got washed and probably ruined. There were a lot of bangers on there. I think I had like 20 ideas on there of ways to get rich quick and retire. Didn't happen.
Well, let's find that list and do.
Yes, I know. We need to do at least one of them and become rich.
Anti-slip slippers.
Ooh, yeah. Just like the hospital socks.
Croc cleats for the winter.
Yes. Kicking them bad boys in 4x4 and put the snow spikes on them. Even be able to screw them in there just like snow tires.
Give you like little chains to put on there,
Yes.
like Croc chains.
Oh, there we go. Get traction one way or the other and give you just little mini bags of kitty litter to throw on the ground.
Man, that was funny. My wife, we were coming home from getting produce today. She walked between the two cars and almost ate shit. I was like, "You're wearing Crocs, aren't you?" She's like, "Yep." I was like, "Okay."
Yes, maybe not the best winter foot attire.
But they make winter Crocs.
They do. Patent our podcast. Croc chains.
Croc chains. Just we'll be hearing from you, Croc.
Yep. I'm sure we'll be hearing right away.
Either with an order for them or a cease and desist.
Probably closer to the season to say, stop talking about our shoes on your struggling podcast.
Struggling episode 1.
Yes, episode 1. Struggling through being able to talk for hours on end.
Hey man, this is new to both of us.
Very new. I think you'll hear that with a lot of two-host podcasts of dead silence when you lose your thought mid-sentence. Yeah. A lot of our lives revolve around both of us being there. So one, I'm sorry if you don't get our inside jokes. I'm sure we will make at some point. Then there may be things we forget to talk about to you guys because we have already had these conversations in our personal lives.
Oh, yeah.
Because we see each other all the time. There's something moving. That's Holly, my dog. My Shar-Pei, Holly, is walking around outside the door.
She's a rescue.
Yes, she's a rescue.
And she was the biggest dog ever.
So I get a call. It's New Year's Day, 2000. What is it? It's 25 19? Now. So we've had her for 8 years. So 2017. Wes, I need your help. There's this big ass dog in Betty's garage, my mother-in-law. And I'm like, what? Yeah, this is dog. It's big. It's like, I forget what did you say it was.
The dog from the Sandlot.
Yeah, it's like a big Mastiff of some sort, or St. Bernard, something huge.
Which was fucking hilarious because Breezy, the dog we had at the time, she was a fucking English Mastiff.
English Mastiff, yeah.
And she like was huge, and I like looked at this dog. And I was like, oh fuck.
This dog's huge.
So I called them and they came out, and then we opened the garage and we saw it go out. Immediately saw it, and it was malnourished as hell.
Mm-hmm. She weighed like, I think when I got her to the vet, 28 pounds. For Shar-Pei, about half the weight they're supposed to be. She was very skinny. Nobody around the area had reported a missing Shar-Pei, which I thought was odd.
We thought she was a pit.
Yeah, she looked like a pit bull at the time. Later to find out that she is a bone-mouthed Shar-Pei. But yeah, she was angry. I go out there and she was hiding behind Betty, had a blue S10 turd truck, and there was a beanbag with a infrared heater blowing on it for her to lay on. So I go out there with a large Wendy's fry, and I just start handing her fries, and she's growling at me. I'm just giving her fry, and eventually she feels comfortable enough to go into that beanbag chair with the heater blowing on it and lay down. So I go over, and she's letting me just pat her head a little. I kept giving her french fries. And at this point, I realized if you were going to bite me, you would have already done it. So I just swooped up this dog and took her in the house, where she then awkwardly just walked around for a little bit. We gave her a bath because she was disgusting.
I think we like emptied the tub like 2 or 3 times.
It was black. It was nasty. She had frostbite all over her nose. The last like 2-3 inches of her tail was bare skin that was frostbitten. Her paws were all eaten up. And now she is an obese Shar-Pei that has the tiniest little weird ears compared to her giant body, which is like a potato with 4 toothpick legs and a little bitty head with tiny little Dorito flap ears on her.
And she can fart.
Oh my goodness.
She killed everybody with her toxic ass.
It is. If you could imagine, like, okay, here we are. Return of the Living Dead. One of those zombie cans opens up. The smell that's coming out of a rancid zombie broken down in a can. They were looking for brains. She was looking for any piece of plastic that she could eat. That's the smell that comes out of her butt.
Oh, yeah.
It will clear a room.
Hey. But at least she's got a good home now.
Yes. She now is I think 75-ish pounds for a dog that should be about 50. After she got out of malnourished, she then went into eat everything I can mode. Mm-hmm. And now we have to try to portion control the dogs so that she doesn't eat all 3 dogs worth of food. She was fun. Oh, epic pause.
Segue moment.
Segue into, hey Harold, just off the top of my head, not that I just read a list sitting anywhere, could you just give me the top 15 real, Spitfire fast list, top 15 people who made a profound impact on your life?
You're asking for 15? Damn.
Yeah, just top 20.
Might as well just even 50.
Yeah, I'd hate to round it off that low.
I don't know. There's a lot of writers.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ernest Cline. He's one of my
I don't
favorites.
know who that is.
Ready Player One.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Tolkien.
Mm-hmm.
Some Edgar Allan Poe stuff. Normal people. I don't know. Like I like people who seem to understand that we're in a no-winner situation with life.
Yes.
It's so like people who are real, like again, Robin Williams, nice people like Keanu.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know them in real life. Keanu. I don't
Oh,
want
you
to say
don't?
he is.
Mm.
I don't want to say he is, but he could be like a diva behind. But I don't think he would be that kind of person.
Hot take, Harold.
My dad was one. my late father.
Yes.
I have to put the late in front of there because he's been gone 10 years this year.
Mm-hmm.
One for the homie.
Yes, we started a club a few years ago. We'll get back to the exact topic there, but the Dead Parents Society
You're
is
losing.
very similar to the Dead Poet Society. I have so far, this is a wood table, not been inducted into it, and I would like it to stay that way.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in second place behind you.
Impending doom.
Oh man, this is where the dark sense of humor comes in.
Mm-hmm. And there will be plenty of that if you think we've even touched on it yet so far. We have not. Sorry about that loud clang.
Well, it's how you got to deal with life. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the whole world. You got to find a reason to laugh at something. Thank you. Damn.
Oh,
Light
God.
poured yourself.
I also had a second or third pour already.
It's like, hey, man.
Here, do you need to dump something in there? Okay.
You want half a bottle?
Yeah. Hold on, let me go grab some of the nasty ones we have.
It's like
Fill you up.
It's like the videos, like a shot of vodka. It's like half a bottle.
I remember that before I got into really drinking whiskeys. I went to a bar at the last job I had before where we're at now. I worked thirds. We got off at 7. We opened up the bar at like 7:10. And my late friend Shane bought me a double of Wild Turkey 101. What now is a fine whiskey. I'm fine with it. It is for $25 a fifth, an excellent whiskey. There goes somebody's child.
That is my youngest.
Mm-hmm. And I proceeded to pound a double, so which is about 3 ounces of whiskey, like it was a shot, because I did not like the taste of whiskey at all. And it burnt really bad to where then the bartender thought I was going to puke. So we're sitting there, and I just not pound this thing. And she's like, hold the trash can. And I'm like...
Did you at least try to like man it up and like just...
Oh, I did. I was sitting there like... It's so hot. It's so hot. And she was like, I thought you were going to puke everywhere. And I was like, I wasn't convinced. There was a second there where I thought I was going to.
I never had a problem with like Old Number 7 and like some Sailor Jerry's, like some rum back in the day. But the one thing that got me was Crown Royal. Like, I don't know why. It was just like the worst tasting thing to me.
I am still not a huge Canadian whiskey fan.
It's cheap.
I love your maple syrup, guys. Your bacon. I have a hot take here on that topic. It's ham. It's not impressive. Quit trying to sell it as a breakfast meat. We want bacon. We want sausage. Give me the salt that raises my blood pressure.
I don't know. A bagel with some nice Canadian bacon on there, man. An egg. Throw an egg on there.
Nope, I'm sorry. Apparently, as the only American here, I'm going to defer to that being bacon or sausage. I need the most fat content possible from my pork. I need the artery clogging. Like, give me like 6 pieces of bacon on that bad boy. Some jalapeno cream cheese. I could go either way on either a hard fried egg or an over easy egg that you bite that bad boy and it just bursts that load of yolk into your mouth. You know, flashing back to earlier, you know. That's just, get that, hit a little bit of everything bagel seasoning on top of it too. Ooh. Maybe, a lot of people don't like it. Pepper jack cheese on there. Make sure you get that on that egg the last few seconds it's cooking so it makes it nice and on there.
Munster.
Oh, that'd be a good one. Gouda, get something really smoky in there.
Oh, yeah. Some of that smoked bourbon cheese that we had.
Ooh, yeah. That was really good. Back to the profound people after I took us off on a little tirade right there.
It's okay, man. I like when we go off on little adventures.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, we will. Don't worry.
I don't know. My dad, my grandpa, to an extent, like he's the one that took my dad was never like a fisherman.
Yes.
My dad was just like a kind man. I don't think you.
I only met him maybe 2 times.
You met him at my wedding.
I think your wedding and maybe one other time than that.
But he was like, by the time you'd met him, he was like kind of run down. Like he was
towards the end there.
On my wedding, he was a month away from the day he would not be here anymore. But when I was younger, he was kind. He was like one of the people that would give people like the shirt off his back.
Yeah.
It's one of the people that I like, and he was goofy. He's like me. Like,
I assume he had to be, as I know your mom, and she's not super goofy, so
she can't. My mom's perverted.
Yeah,
my
she is
got a dirty
hilarious
mind.
though.
But my dad, he was just like one of the people that's like, everybody's a friend. But my grandpa, he was like the one that took me fishing, one
Yeah.
that took me hunting for the first time. All that good stuff.
Oh yeah.
But outside of like family, maybe some authors. Like I grew up reading a lot of Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter behind my mom's back.
Oh, Harry Potter, the best. Witchcraft. Witchcraft. They're witches.
But yeah, mostly authors, actors.
Yeah.
Like I used to want to do that when I was a kid.
I wanted to be an actor so bad. This takes off. Episode 1. Thank you for coming back. I always wanted to be an actor. I knew I couldn't sing. I always wanted to be a rock star, lead singer.
Oh.
That's what I wanted so bad. I cannot hold a note to save my life. If you gun to my head, hold this E. I will get so close. It will be so close. You give me 3 seconds, I'll have it. It'll be right there, but I will not be able to match it.
Your voice cracks once you're done.
Oh, I know. Yeah, my whole family's dead. I'm sorry. But yeah, I either wanted to be a singer or an actor so bad. I wanted to be an actor to make people laugh.
Did you pursue it in high school?
No, not at all. I actually had she was the head of the drama department or drama club, whatever you would call it, she was our receptionist. She was a super sweet lady. She had approached me and said, "You are so funny." You know, pat my own back. I'm the funniest person my son Ian knows, okay? Just throwing that out there. Somebody's not having a good time out there. And she asked me, saying, "You're so funny. Would you please join drama? I think you would do excellent acting." And I, being Mr. Cool, I'm 16. I'm not joining drama. I'm not going to be in any plays. No, I did not do it. And now it's almost one of the biggest things I regret is not pursuing that.
Oh.
She doesn't want to either.
She is mean.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did a little bit of drama in high school, but then I kind of got out of it
Yeah.
because the classes to do the extracurricular was very expensive.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Understandable. But I had that with band. I was in band for years.
Oh, what'd you do in band?
I played drums. I, yet again, with not being able to match a note singing, I also could not do it with an instrument. My ears, I am 80% efficient, but that 20% off is not great. So I played percussion. I played drums, snare,
Tuba.
Nice.
I could have done trumpet, but I was like, I'm strong boy. I want to do a big, heavy instrument. And then I fucking hated it. Because they're like, oh, marching band. It's like,
I get to lug around this 80-pound bastard.
It's like, how am I going to carry this too? Oh, you're not. It's a sousaphone
Yes.
that goes on your shoulder. And now you have like chronic back pain for the rest of your fucking life.
You destroyed your L4 just lugging this bad boy around.
And they want you to dance around with that thing.
Yes.
And if you've ever been in like marching band garb, it is like
yes.
the thickest fucking velvet they find.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, make it out of this so we can dance around in the summer. It's like, yeah.
Do we have any retired military fleece blankets? The prickly, most Vietnam bastards that still have fucking splines and thorns and shit from the jungle in them. Let's make marching band outfits out of it. And then we would put those bastards on with this stupid hat that's like 2 foot tall with its little up off of it and march around in 100 degrees on asphalt. It was horrible. Luckily, we only had to do that for like actual show competitions for the marching band or football games. We had to go full garb. But most of the parades and stuff we did, we wore like a t-shirt and nice black shorts or something like that. And then marched on the black asphalt. And, it was my own asphalt.
See what you did there.
Dad jokes, though there will be plenty. But yeah, profound impacts on my life. My grandfather as well.
Get the profound non-autofocus working right now.
Wait, if we both move away from it. And then you're really close. Yeah, my grandfather was an excellent person, super kind. We're
Camera.
out of focus again. It does not want me to talk about my
I think it's the
grandfather.
bottle that's throwing it off.
It might be. It's too close. Yeah, might have been.
It's like it's shaking and shimmering.
There was another small child. We have a glass French door right here to our right, so then people will walk back and forth. And,
We'll see how the soundproof does. My daughter was
Yeah.
not having a good time there for a second.
yes, may have to maybe get like a soundproof curtain or something that we can temporarily until the new studio is completed. Yeah, my grandfather was awesome. Was more of a father to me, probably, character. My father is still around. He was there through my whole life. He taught me a lot of things too. My father was a worker and gave me a solid work ethic through all the resistance, I suppose is the word I want. Resistance of me and not wanting to learn how to work. But he grew up working hard and being very dedicated to that. Construction, he taught me to build houses, barns, wiring. My grandfather, his dad, was an electrician who taught me how to wire houses and work on things like that. Holly out in the other room let one of those bomb farts right now, and his wife is gagging and yelling, "Geez, Holly." Sharpay.
If you guys ask, we'll can it and send it to you.
Yes, yeah, we will. If that becomes fuck wallet steak off, okay, hear me? And then some of you pervs out there, you want jarred Sharpay farts. I got you. I've got a Sharpay. Constant. She has those bad boys in the oven, just ready to go. And back from Holly shitting on everybody out there. My mother, super excellent person. Doesn't know a stranger. She will make you the biggest meal you've ever had in your life and invite you into her house. Even if you're not family, she'll bring you in like you are. They were all excellent people. My grandfather, same as yours, was the fisher who taught me to fish. None of them were really hunters. I think my dad had dabbled with it in his younger age. But by the time I got to want to hunt, that was no longer something that was in his repertoire or that he had time to even do. So I then started hunting on my own after I turned 18 and was able to get my own hunting license and pay for my own hunting license, get my own guns. But yeah, they were some solid people. My other grandfather on my dad's dad, the one I was speaking of that taught me how to fish, was my mother's dad. He was a super kind person, my dad's dad, super loving. Yeah, great person. He was the electrician. He worked for CSX for a long time, worked on trains. It was really interesting. They made a movie about that train that the ignition got stuck on it. It just kept going and kept going.
Speed? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm trying to think what it was. It was a couple of years ago, and it was about in Kentucky and how they were trying to get this train to stop because the conductor had a heart attack.
Not
Heart
tame.
attacked. Tained. You spelled tained, and I said tacked. The conductor had a heart attack, and the train was stuck on like full ignition.
It's unstoppable.
There we go. And my grandfather worked for the railroad companies at that time, and there was at one point, spoiler alert for anybody that has not seen Unstoppable, a movie from 2010, so 15 years old at this point. They get a helicopter and they get a sharpshooter, and they're like, okay, there is an emergency kill button on the side of these trains, and we're going to shoot it. Well, they shot it 3 times, and it did not stop the train. But my grandfather had that like emergency cap afterwards. Just random tidbit there. But he was a super sweet person. My grandmother, She was nice-ish. She was hard. If you knew a person that grew up in a bad house,
Oh,
you
dude.
know that just not a great family life growing up, and then when they get to those later years, they're tough people. You know, that was her. She was tough. She was mean. She knew how to handle it.
My grandma was a shit talker.
Mm.
She like, she was a nice lady.
Mhm.
She was just she could talk shit with the best of them.
Yeah. I don't need to leave out my grandma Jean, my mother's mom, who was a sweet lady, and I lived with her for a very long time. I had friends that lived with us. Uh, she was awesome.
Just think, Jean, she was like a Happy Gilmore's grandmother.
Yes, she was. To me, I was the Happy Gilmore
Yeah.
there, and she was just this sweet old lady that was always there to help take care of me whenever I needed it. And then I later on was able to try to return the favor to her in her later years and bought her a house to move into when her health was declining, so that we could get her into a handicap accessible home. I just was saddened she didn't get to live there longer. She passed shortly after I bought the house for her. Huh. Good times.
Good times. This podcast has been a roller coaster.
Oh, we're emotions all over the place. But those are the top 4 of my family members, or 5, however many I listed there, 6, 7, 8. Outside of that school, did you have a teacher? Like I had my vocational teacher, Mrs. Houlihan. You somehow, if this finds its way back to you, I've told you in person, maybe not so much in person. I've told you through Facebook in direct messages or through comments where you had left a post asking about teachers who left, left words gone, who imparted wisdom or who impacted your life. And I directly answered back saying you, because you are the only teacher I can think of that actually taught me useful skills in life. You were teaching a computer operations and programming class at a vocational school. I went there, and you taught us more about real life than any regular teacher would have. And useful skills like that I now help other people with, writing a resume, something that a lot of people are not great at. But I actually took classes on how to write a resume, how to interview, being part of Business Professionals of America, going and doing these professional things in front of a panel of judges, taking tests in front of these people. I think prepared me more for real life than any traditional state-ran education.
I didn't have any teachers. I was in overcrowded schools in not great cities. So
That's another difference between us. We grew up, what would that be, 30 miles away from each other? Maybe 40, pushing it.
I would say 40, around 40.
Yeah. I went to a small county school. Our total K through 12, kindergarten through 12th grade, we had 2 buildings. K through 6 in one building and 7th through 12 in the other building. Our total populace was maybe 1,000 kids, if that, 900, versus your school.
I think our graduating class was like 700.
Yeah. My graduating class was like 68 or 74, which was debated. Hey, we had our 15-year reunion, and none of us could remember how many people graduated.
15 or 50?
It felt like 50, man. It was 15, though. 1-5. It was a good time, though, getting to see everybody back. I almost wish we'd do it more often, but at the same time, then it wouldn't have the same gravitas as waiting that long. I did not go to my 5 or 10 year, but to get to see some of those people I truly cared about through the years of school was interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that I would like. I haven't got an invitation to one, but I don't think I would go for the fact that it's crazy
Yeah.
how many people just want to brag.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could see that.
Especially like in my school.
Little bit.
A little bit.
Not like the pour I just gave you. That's good. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, there were a couple that I didn't expect to see there, and that's almost who I gravitated towards. One of my friends, Cameron, who I had a good time sitting next to and talking to through the night. And then there were some who I had hoped would be there. Get this up in front of me. And did not, in fact, show up, who had claimed they were going to be there. A couple of them, Noah, if you're out there, and Hunter. I just wanted to be able to tell them in person. They both had came out, and they're with their partners now, of how happy I am for them. And I hope that they just pursue all their happiness that they can achieve in life, and know that everybody still loves them and we don't care.
Yeah.
I was hoping to be able to tell them that in person, and they didn't show up. So I did not get to tell you guys that. If you ever somehow see this,
I still talk to most of the people that I vibed with in
Yeah.
high school. But like I said, our class was so big. It's like
mm-hmm.
you knew the people you knew and you didn't know the people you didn't know. It's not
Yeah.
like you didn't get like certain ideas about certain people.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, school, home, we're done for the day.
Yes. Ours, I mean, we were crammed into the same 4 classrooms with everybody for 12 years, 13 years, whatever it was. It's weird to then go back around those people who you were with every single day of your life after not seeing them for 15 years and see them again. And some of them just picked right back up.
Oh, yeah.
Like we had continued to see each other every day for the last 15 years. And others, I am not great with small talk, and that's all they brought. And I'm not here to talk about the weather. I will talk to you about my deepest, darkest secrets and the saddest things in the world, the most fucked up, dark humor. Do not talk to me about the weather. Do not talk to me about, oh, did you see this person? Blah, blah. No, I'm not here for that. That's not what my conversations are.
Did you see that? This person slipped outside because it's so cold because it's winter?
I'll laugh about it, okay? Somebody goes down, I am laughing. Still, one of my favorites was my wife, Erica, was 6 months pregnant with Ian, our younger son. And we were going out to get my Dodge Avenger, and she was talking about something. As many of you may have a spouse who talks all the ever-loving time. And she is talking, not paying attention. She turns around to our Dodge Avenger, and Harold actually got stuck in this driveway in a different car. We'll get into that. But it kind of sloped to the side. And she was talking to me, and she walked around the side of the Avenger and turned to go to get to the door and just feet out on ice. Lands on her back, slides, and she's laying against the tire of the Avenger. And I had the wherewithal to walk over and take a picture of her being stuck on the ground, super pregnant. She was not thrilled that I did this, but it was very humorous.
It's okay. She got that Avenger back.
Oh, yeah, she did. She took that Avenger out like, I bet it wasn't 4 months later, totaled that car. Snapped the telephone
a year
pole.
because Ian was like almost 1.
Yeah, because he was at home with me when she was going to class, and
She helicoptered it into a telephone pole.
Yeah. If anybody ends up watching this and you're from around Rowan, Indiana, okay, there's a telephone pole right after what used to be the old sale barn and then was a car dealership or something like that. There is a concrete pole, a metal pole, and a telephone pole in the middle, and she somehow spinning took out the telephone pole in the middle and dodged both of the death devices on the sides, snapped the pole, and shot out into the field. And then my mother-in-law and her boyfriend, Jack, Betty and Jack, bring Erica home from the wreck. And she gets out, her glasses are all bent to the side. She's crying, freaking out. And I ask her, I was like, okay, you're fine. How's the car? And she's like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. They're just going to replace the front bumper. She's barely a dent. The engine was coming through the dash.
Oh, I remember going to go look at that with you.
Oh, it was horrible.
We looked into the garage window and I was like, that's
nope, it's done.
I will say that your driveway there was a death trap.
It was.
It immediately dropped into like an almost
a creek.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was Crazy Creek runs through Denver, Indiana, and my driveway just kind of slowly graded down into this creek. With a little pad of yard in the middle, but it was probably January, February-ish, whenever we had an accumulation of snow. And Aaron and Harold came over in her Ford Fusion.
Brand new Ford Fusion.
Yep. I think you guys had it for months, singles of months at this point. And we were going to leave, and Harold's like, oh, well, I'll get out of your way here. And so he pulls over into the yard that leads down into this creek. And it's a front-wheel drive car. So it's now stuck in like a foot of snow. So I forget what cars I had at the time. I think I had the Patriot, but I had no way of chaining onto it.
Was it the Patriot?
And the Civic. And
you had three of them.
Yeah, I had three. I had a
the Avenger,
87
the Patriot,
AMC Jeep Cherokee. So if we had, maybe we still had the Avenger at the time. Yeah. Either way, maybe I didn't have the Patriot. So I go and get my 87 Jeep and some chains and tow straps, come out and hook onto, I'll just call it the rear A-arm. Can't get to the axle. I'm just trying to hook onto anything I can pull him up and smack Mike out of this without going into the creek. But somehow, as I tow and I'm pulling, it's just rotating the car further towards the creek. Eventually, I flip the chain from the passenger rear to the driver's rear to hope that it will spin it the opposite way. Just lock it in 4 low and just give it hell up the hill and tug them away from the creek. And at the last time we stopped, it was like 8 inches from going down, the front left wheel from going into the creek.
Oh, yeah.
It was a very close call in the middle of nowhere. I'm sure the neighbors were getting a kick out of that.
Good times, good times.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we were young, man. That's when
I
was 23 when me and Aaron got together.
So 2013, if anybody's trying to date that ish. Maybe early 2014, something like that.
Yeah, 2014.
Oh, yeah. Somewhere around there. Oh, goodness.
You have anything else you want to cover today?
Oh, my. There is so much. But I want to cover it all in one podcast.
Yeah,
I'll have to try to find the list of $1 million ideas and just bless all of you.
Future episodes, we got movie conspiracies, regular conspiracies.
Yes.
$1 million ideas.
Ooh.
Outside of the patent pending, what was it?
Fuck-wallet.
Fuck-wallet.
Yes. Not to be confused with any of you hacks that are just copying my idea.
More to come.
Mm-hmm.
We are planning on recording every weekend.
Every week. If we can.
We can only see each other on the weekends.
I know. We are war-torn lovers. Spread across this nation. Or 23 miles away in different towns.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Hopefully every weekend we'll be getting a new podcast out for you D-gens who just love listening to us ramble about.
I think this started off kind of bumpy.
It did.
But then it smoothed out.
Yes. I will say I'm very long-winded, and I end up taking over a lot of conversations. So leave that down in the comments below if you would like me to shut the fuck up and let Harold talk.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I like
Yes.
It was a fun time.
And I'm sure we will learn our roles in this new podcast as co-hosts. And man, I never finished that host thought I had earlier. We just went on one. Okay, so earlier I was talking about the co-host, and we'll have to learn our roles as to who will truly carry the conversation, who will be here for funny quips or what, or we may fall in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting as those roles develop. You guys will learn them along with us, as we don't know what the hell we're doing.
Nervous, but that's what.
Yes, that's what Liquid Courage is here for. I actually saw there were Felix. What is that? The Liquid Courage from Harry Potter. Felix Felice or something
Felix,
like
I don't want to say Felix.
There were
Felix Fellatio.
yes. Well, as this podcast goes, it's Felix Fellatio glasses, but it had it inscribed in it.
Liquid Courage.
Into a shot glass. Liquid Courage. And I was like, those are
That'd be
neat.
cool.
Yes, I have my Polyjuice potion flask. But yeah, we'll learn our roles and maybe not truly have really defined roles, but we'll get in a groove. I hope. I hope for you guys, our listeners, our viewers. If you've flashback here, if you are future in the time, it is currently January 19th, 2025, episode 1. Thank you for coming back. If you are going back and listening to this, please let us know. This is hilarious. That would be a great foreshadowing there for us to go back.
Yeah, I would. I know that I'm definitely gonna have to give it a listen, because I guarantee you the sound quality will get better.
Yes, I hope so. We'll get into I'm building a studio in a separate building from our house, where it will truly be like sound insulated, and we will have like stuff on the walls to just break the reverb. And
I usually track it out, but I forgot until we were halfway through the podcast. And then when I meant to bring it up.
Yep,
Today
we're already here.
We are at the mercy of Streamlabs today.
Yes, thank you, Streamlabs. Sponsor us, please.
I want to go look at the camera and like look at your window.
There's a person. I hope not, as it is a basement eve, and if there's a person in there, there are other things
upside
to worry
down,
about.
just like
yes, just hanging. Nosferatu. Yes, hopefully we will have some of you comment the future date that which you're watching or listening to this. That would be awesome.
Where you're watching from?
Yeah, where are you guys from?
It'd be really neat to see where like people are actually like vibing with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure there are DJs from upcountry all over the place that want to just vibe with our dumbass cast in here. And
who knows, maybe future when we get more room, guest on here, even if it's like over like Discord or something, just having like people come on.
And again from earlier, we may get into deeper, different conversations when we get to having those guests and having people in person, maybe online, just bringing in a third perspective that is not our own, because we are around each other all the time. We are in a smaller community around here and maybe a tight bubble. I can already tell you will find we'll get to points where me and Harold have extremely different opinions on some things, and we align on a lot of things. So we may get into it at some point on those extremely different ones.
Comes to blows, man. Comes to blows.
Yes, just the cocks, though. We're blowing cocks. But we may get some guests in here, maybe some of our friends from growing up, maybe whoever else we can get. I don't know. We'll find out. Get my mommy on here.
That'd be a fun podcast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's got to cook for the podcast.
Oh, she'd cook and get her some whiskey or something. She'd be in. Yeah, so that'd be interesting. See how some of you guys feel about things outside of our own opinions.
And again, I mean, this is the first episode, so we might not get a lot of hooks on this.
No.
But if you're coming back to watch this,
probably 0 would be my guess. Near 0. I'm gonna say it'll have 1 view, 2 views, maybe the spouses, maybe some friends we can trick into downloading this.
Let's see if we can get like some pre-orders for the Fuck Wallet.
Yeah, pre-orders on the Fuck Wallet. You can email Harold. I'll give you his direct address. You can actually show up at his house. Please don't.
Or the canned nuggets, okay?
Yeah, canned chicken nuggets, the Mandels and Mincents, TM Wes. It will be an evolution, and I hope a lot of you who are finding this will be there with us along the way. I keep hearing them laughing, and I swear they're
throws you
laughing
off.
at us. It
I
is
don't know,
throwing me
they're
off
just sitting
so
there, like, right
much.
behind the
I know,
French
they
door.
are feet away.
If we turn the camera just enough, we can see them.
Yeah, you might see them through there.
It's like cackling.
They're so stupid.
I don't know. I just envision my wife as like a an anime
Yes.
like.
They're ooh girls out of nowhere.
But it has been a fun time, guys. Today.
It has been great. Thanks.
I think we're not going to spend much longer here. We've been at it for like almost an hour and a half.
Yes, and as it was a rambling podcast, as we're learning these roles and how we will do intros, we'll try to work on something there and not just us start rambling right away.
Or bullshitting.
It may be better if we start somehow we set a timer on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it just starts recording when we don't know. So it's literally us just talking. And then we're like, oh, we've been recording for 30 minutes. And then you guys will get to see that maybe.
I'm honestly surprised we made it to an hour and a half.
I was really worried we would make it past the 10-minute mark. When we had been talking for quite a while, and I looked over and saw 7 minutes and 54 seconds, and I was like, oh, this is going to take forever. I don't know how, when you listen to these huge podcasts, they say they blow by.
It's a nerve-wracking thing. First time coming into it. Like, I used to sitting at my computer in my room by myself talking about video games.
Yeah.
But that was not what I wanted to do anymore.
No,
But I will give a shout out to those guys because they are pretty awesome guys. Aaron and Larry over at Gamersleep, they are two of my very good friends that really helped me dip my toes into podcasting. So, shout out to you guys.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
I hope you guys had a wonderful time.
I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
I hope you guys rack up the pre-orders on the Fuck Wallet.
Please slide in my DMs or Harold's actual mailbox at his house. Yes, this, as we did not cover earlier, this will be a podcast. That's about everything and nothing. We are not an exact themed podcast. Not saying we might not catch a groove at some point where we fall into that, but we're not starting out that way.
Yeah, we're just trying to find ourselves right now.
Mm-hmm. Like, find yourself like a... I'm going to stop. That will be for episode 2.
Insightful.
Yes, like, find the insight inside yourself, just like a child starts learning about themselves.
Break the fourth wall. Insight.
Yes, fourth wall.
But I hope you guys did have a good time.
I very much hope so, and thank any of you who did actually listen and made it to this point, because I'm sure that was rough.
Especially for a first episode.
Yes, episode 1. Thank you for coming back.
But this has been Outcast Inlaws. Cheers, everybody.